Stay tuned and watch me make a Murgh Achari merch. Delicious. Welcome back to Al's Kitchen for another exciting curry cooking tutorial week. This week, something nice and special. I'm going to be cooking a Murgh Achari merch. Now, what does Murgh Achari merch mean? Well, it's Hindi for chicken. So Murgh is chicken, Achari is pickle, merch is chili. So basically, we're going to be cooking a chili chicken pickle or pickled chicken chili, whichever way you want to do that. Now, usually these dishes are found on menus using lamb, but you can use chicken, you can use king prawn, you can use vegetables of your choice. Just throw them into the dish later as you cook. Now, before I get started and show you all the ingredients, I want to give a shout out to my mate Nick Murgh, who lives in Cologne, Germany. Hi Nick, and thanks for the beer. The chap sent this all the way from Germany, paid for the P&P, so all I have to do is drink it and give him my verdict. Now, you've seen me pour beers other weeks and I'm absolutely useless. I do all the 45-degree angles and all that stuff and still can't get it right. But anyway, Nick assures me that this is a really popular, famous beer in Cologne, and they even have the brewery there. Look, no head, look at that, pouring it as they say. Trickling it, look at that. Well, anyway, I've poured it, I've done my best. Not quite a pint. So let's give this a taste anyway. Oh, here we go, look. Oh, those lovely bubbles. Have a quick closer look. Beautiful. So here's to Nick in Germany, Nick Murgh and his family. Say hi to Anita and the kids for me, Nick, yeah? Oh my God, that is good. It's called Fra or Fru Kolsch Prost. Nick, that's amazing. That is really nice. That is right up my street, that. Anyway, enough of the beer chat, on with the curry. So let's get started as usual with the ingredients. So I've got a pinch of cumin seeds here, or a 1/4 teaspoon. I've also got a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and you can salt to taste. Here I have a teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. Now we use that for the mildness of the chili and also the fact it's a beautiful vibrant red. A teaspoon of methi leaves, a tablespoon of Al's mixed powder. If you don't already know and you're new to the channel, mixed powder is a special blend of various spices Indian restaurants use to make their curries in their kitchens, which give them that unique out-of-home taste. So, you know, you try and make curries at home and they never taste like the restaurants. Well, they use a mixed powder and this is that. I'm using 2 teaspoons of garlic and ginger paste. This is basically 50% ginger, 50% garlic, and it's blended in a little mini blitzer with a little bit of oil. Right, now I have 2 green finger chilies here. This is the merch. And I've got about 8 pieces of chicken tikka. Beautiful homemade chicken tikka, recipe in the link description box below. Now onto the achari part of the curry. Now I'm going to be using this lime pickle. You can buy this in most supermarkets all around the world, to be honest. I've seen it in various countries, but lime pickle. Now you don't have to use the lime pickle. You can use a Naga chili pickle, a mild chili pickle. You can use a mango pickle, mango and lime pickle. So choose the pickle of your choice. That's just the achari part of the curry. And for the added merch part, alongside the powder, the fresh chili, I'm just going to be using a touch, and this is optional, a 1/4 teaspoon of Mr. Naga hot pepper pickle. Now that's just for my preferences because I want it a little bit hot, but not ridiculously hot. This is going to be a beautiful and fiery, zippy, zesty curry. One of the other reasons I've gone for this Patak's lime pickle is I find it really aromatic and almost floral. It's got a really lovely taste and it really goes through the gravy and separates it out from other BIR, that's British Indian Restaurant, curries that you may already be used to. I'll be using approximately 300 ml of base gravy. Check out my best version, which is the base gravy Mark II or version 2. The original one, which I did 7 years ago, is fantastic too. so don't worry if that's what you've made and got ready frozen in your freezer. I will be using a copious amount of fresh coriander in this to make it nice and citrusy. I'm using 20 grams of fresh chopped coriander, and to garnish, my usual signature slice of lemon and a squirt of lemon. So let's get the gas on. Right, so the first thing you want to do is become slightly inebriated. It helps with the creativity and you become a more confident chef and you start doing weird things with the dishes. I'm only speaking from experience. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is slightly fry out the cumin seeds and release their flavour into the oil. So make a nice little bit of cumin oil there, yeah? And then in goes the garlic and the chilli paste. Back of the spoon, save making a lot of noise. And there you go. And now we're going to throw in those lovely green chillies. I've kept the seeds in just for that nice added heat. And we can assemble this curry really quickly once you've done all the prep. And that's really where the time is. It's in the prep, it's not in the curry itself. Now I'm going to add the methi leaves. Cook them out, bring out their flavours. Really underrated methi leaves. Really add a nice musky flavour tone. Right, so we've got them going. Bring it all in, make sure nothing burns on the edges. And now I'm going to go in with the spices. So I've got the mixed powder and the Kashmiri chilli powder. And what we want to do is fry them out, make a nice masala base. Fry them out for about 20-30 seconds. Now, I've said it in all my videos and I'll keep repeating it until the day I finish the channel or die, that you mustn't burn the spices. Once you've burnt the spices, it's RIP to the curry because you can't rescue it. You've destroyed them, you've burnt them, you've singed them. I had a guy text me the other day. He said, what have I done wrong? Yeah, it looked like he'd burnt the spices, and he only realised that when he did the curry again without burning the spices, and then he produced his little masterpiece. Right, so they've been just simmering for about 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go in with the chicken tikka. Right. Well, let's moisten it with a little bit of base gravy. Right, first full ladle. We just want to cook that down, reduce it down. Reduce that down, thicken the sauce up, cook the gravy out. And also when you do chicken tikka versions, because you've cooked the chicken tikka in a marinade, a lot of the flavours from the chicken tikka is going to impart into the curry, and you're going to be building all these wonderful, beautiful layers. And that's what a curry is all about, isn't it? I mean, spices are very much like piano keys. Everyone's got a tune, everyone holds a different note, and then what you do is you build this beautiful song, but on in a bowl, on a plate. That's it. That technique when you kind of flambe the dish, that adds to the flavour as well. Nick, I tell you, you're naughty because this is too good and now I can't buy these when I want. So can you send me 6 more? Absolutely beautiful. So well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of the Achari or the pickle, Just 2 dollops. 2 dollops of that. 2 teaspoons or 2 dollops of mango chutney. And yes, dollop is an official measurement in our kitchen. When I was growing up, Mum would say, do you want a dollop of mash? Or do you want a dollop of ice cream? 2 dollops or 1 dollop? I say, oh Mum, just get a dollop. So here we go, we're using dollop measurements today. That's it. And I'm going to be using a 1/4 teaspoon of the Mr. Naga. If you don't want to use Mr. Naga because you find it too hot, don't use it. It's optional. Right, look at that. That is looking good. That is looking fine. So we cook this base gravy out until we get all the little craters and the oil separates. That means the base gravy is cooked and the spices are cooked, and we turn all that sticky stuff inwards. All my veteran followers probably get fed up with hearing me say the same things, but I've had a lot of new subscribers lately and they probably need to hear it. In Indian families, they learn by way of being shown how to cook the recipes. Very little of it is done by the written word or following a recipe on a page. Grandmothers show their daughters, the daughters show their daughters, and so on. Add a bit more base gravy to this. You just add the base gravy until you get as much juice or gravy that you like. Obviously this is a single portion, so I'm not going to want to be adding too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce all the water out of that gravy and just let that cook out. That is looking marvellous. So that'll do for the base gravy for now. And with the base gravy, I freeze it in batches of 300 ml in the freezer. You can have a look. I don't know if it's going to get on the camera, no. But what I've got is I've got like freezer bags full of the base gravy. I defrost it in the microwave. Once it's defrosted, put it into a saucepan, fill it up with some tap water to thin it out to the consistency of semi-skimmed milk, and then cook with it. You need to heat the gravy through before adding it to the pan, because one of the techniques of BIR cooking, British Indian restaurant cooking, is that you want to use good heat. And the reason for that is, you see, we're getting all the sticky onion gravy all around the sides. See all that? What I'm scraping? That is part of the flavour of the curry. Now, if you use Teflon or non-stick cookware, it's not going to stick. So then it's not going to caramelise. So then it's not going to sweeten. And you're greatly going to reduce the flavour of the dish. This is why we're used to these flavours in Indian restaurants, because all the Indian chefs, they're using aluminium pans. Right, if you look on my ladle here, see all that lovely caramelisation? That is beautiful flavour, that. And that just goes back into the curry. And this is one of the mysteries of Indian restaurant cooking. Right, so what do we do now? I'm going to add the majority of the coriander, leaving just enough for garnish. And that goes in there. And a squirt of lemon juice. That's it. I mean, this is almost ready to serve. Let's just cook the flavours out of the coriander. If you was in the kitchen now, I mean, and you love a curry, I mean, this is just like, I can't explain it to you. Let's get that nice and thick and sticky, yeah? See all the craters are formed, the oil's separating. Let's get all this beautiful caramelised onion gravy back in. Right, that is ready to go out. Right, so first things first, let's put the chicken in the centre. Build it up from the centre out, yeah? This is a beautiful, beautiful thick curry. If you want it a bit more runny, you just add more gravy. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That looks absolutely amazing. That. And let's just take a look at that gravy. Look at how silky it is, laced with beautiful flavours. And let's just put that around all the edges. As we're going to sprinkle some beautiful coriander from a height. Oh, look at that. That is just like becoming a thing of magic. You can buy me a beer later. If you're in the area, do get in touch. And not forgetting that all important twist of lemon. Murgh Achari merch. So now it's time for the taste test. Look at this. Let me bring it over. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Cook this at home. Absolutely delightful. Amazing. Right, here we go. Oh my godfathers. Sublime. Delightful. I'll tell you what, if you like a chicken pathia, this is like a king chicken pathia. A bit like I did a gunpowder madras, like a king madras. That is absolutely gorgeous. I'm having a bit of that sticking to the fork. Oh my god. This is just like, this is just too good. Anyway, I've got to wrap the show up now, guys. I'll be back really soon. Can't wait to demolish this. Like the channel, subscribe if you're new. I'll be back very soon with another curry delight. But until that time, I'm out. Oh, and I can't wait to get out of here.